Hey guys, I'm Hellhound, and getting really excited for Halloween, which is coming up pretty soon. Got a lot of fun things planned for this October. I know on October 13th, which happens to be a Friday the 13th, a Friday the 13th in October. How freaking cool is that? I'm going to go see the original Friday the 13th. They're playing at a local theater. So yeah, I'm going to be seeing Friday the 13th on October, Friday the 13th. They're also going to be showing Halloween, the original Halloween, on the 30th. They're going to show Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness as a double feature on the 10th, I believe, and then November, early November, they're going to be showing The Shining, as well as a few others. I think Night of the Demons is also going to be showing sometime in October, so really excited for that. So a lot of fun things are planned. I'll be sure to share with you guys some of the things I'm ended up doing. Can't wait. I love this time of year. It's fall is easily my favorite season, and a lot of fun things are going to be planned. So anyway, I figured I'd do a quick movie review. This has been on a slasher kick lately. I've been watching a lot of 80s slasher films, and I've recently reviewed quite a few of them. The Prowler and April Fool's Day and The Initiation and a couple others. I figured I'd continue that streak with Happy Birthday to Me, another really good 80s slasher. This came out in 1980 and was directed by J. Lee Thompson, who he was actually the guy who directed the original Cape Fear with Robert Mitchum. Yeah, great director. This is definitely one of the better slasher films. It's better than a lot of the other ones that came out around this time. It's very interesting. It had a kind of a backstory that kept me glued to the screen. It had me really invested in the story. It stars Melissa Sue Anderson as Virginia Wainwright, who's haunted by nightmarish memories of her mother's death and this experimental procedure in which they operated on her brain tissue after a horrific car accident, the same one that killed her mother, and all kinds of weird things concerning her father, and just all kinds of strange repressed memories. And so she's dealing with that a traumatic past, in addition to being the top 10 in elitist clique belonging to her and like 9 other students. They're all seniors in high school, and I guess it's like they're like the top of their class or something. They're all kind of snobbish, and I guess they're like really comfortably wealthy families and stuff. So yeah, there's definitely like a huge a lengthy, in-depth backstory that kept unwrapping and unfolding as the movie went on. In addition to a killer, a killer wearing black leather gloves and white sneakers going around killing people in various gruesome and highly creative ways. The kills are definitely the reason to see this movie. It's from the producers of My Bloody Valentine as well, by the way, another great 80s slasher. Yeah, you're invited to the bloodiest party of the year. Hell yeah. Yeah, there's a slit throat, there's a scarf getting caught in the spokes of a motorcycle and an ensuing strangulation. A shish kebab, death by kibosh shoved down somebody's mouth, as you can see on the cover. Guy's neck being crushed by a weight. All kinds of really creative kills and highly interesting murders here. Some of the most bizarre murders you'll ever see, I think, is one of the taglines. Or yeah, like 6 of the most bizarre murders you'll ever see on film. But yeah, just pure slasher fun from beginning to end. I was really invested in Virginia Wainwright's story. She goes to her doctor, Dr. David Faraday, who's played by Glenn Ford, who you might probably recognize as Pa Kent in the original Superman movie. And the other students in the top 10 are being killed off, one by one. They're the ones that are being targeted, and it seems like they hint that maybe Ginny herself, Virginia Wainwright, her name's Ginny, that she might be the one doing the killing, or is somebody trying to frame her? Yeah, I won't give away the twist, but I will say it's a very shocking, surprising one. I didn't see it coming, but I will say that there was like one twist too many. The twists and turns didn't know when to quit. It felt like a Saw movie. It's just like, okay, I get it, and it became a little more and more implausible as it went on. I was fine with like the first like 3 twists, but then after that they kept adding more and more stuff. I was just like, okay, this is getting a little hard to believe. I can only suspend my disbelief so much, So it was a little hard to follow, a little convoluted and kind of confusing. It's definitely a film you probably need to watch more than once to really understand everything that happens. So yeah, it's a little bit of a mess, but I still say it's highly entertaining. Great acting from Melissa Sue Anderson and some of the other leads. Some of the other members in the top 10 are all interesting. They're kind of boring and bland, a little dull, kind of paper thin, one dimensional. But that didn't really take away from the movie. This is an 80s slasher, after all. It's not going to be all about the acting or characters really. But yeah, pretty interesting killer. It's a whodunit. You know, as I said, it's a mystery. You don't know who's doing the killing, and once you find out who's doing it, I guarantee you will not have seen it coming. I guarantee you will not have figured it out. I sure didn't, and usually I can figure out these slashers. Usually some kind of pattern that they, some standard formula that they follow, some typical format. And this one, I didn't. It had me second guessing myself. It was misleading. There was a lot of they definitely led you in the wrong path. They tossed a few red herrings and a few other plot devices that didn't really lead anywhere, just to throw you off. And they did a very good job of it. But yeah, that's pretty interesting once you find out the motivations, everything, and they actually do give an in-depth explanation and origin. It's not like the Prowler where they unmask they reveal the identity of the killer, and then there's no monologue, there's no explanation. That's it. So that's one problem I have with that movie. I see my review of the Prowler for more details. This movie actually goes in depth with an actual analysis and explanation, so I appreciated that. From the producers of My Bloody Valentine, the director of Cape Fear, comes a 80s body count classic to add to your collection. Is Jenny the guest of honor at her own birthday party, or which is the most horrific party of all? It's birthday themed horror films, obviously, unless you couldn't tell. It's right there. Bloody Birthday is one of the best birthday themed horror films. But then again, it's kind of the only two I can think of at the moment. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I definitely recommend this movie. I'd say it's worth checking out. Again, definitely one of the better ones. Definitely had me very interested. I found it very intriguing and very compelling. Again, like there was a little bit too many twists for its own good. It didn't know when to quit, and some things were a little more implausible and a little too convoluted and a little too hard to believe, and with a story that was kind of difficult to follow as well. Some of the motivations and stuff didn't make sense. Some definitely eerie flashbacks and some great atmosphere. And I think this movie will definitely stay with you a while after you watch. It's not just a mindless throwaway slasher with over the top gore and it's just a body count. It offers a lot more than that, and I definitely appreciate it on that level. I thought a few things could be done better, but again, I thought it had a very promising lead. Alyssa Sue Anderson. She looks a lot like Elizabeth Barrage from The Funhouse. As a great actress as well, but what more can I say? Directed by J. Lee Thompson and produced by John Dunnan and Andre Link, who were the brains behind who brought us My Bloody Valentine as well. Yeah, definitely an unforgettable 80s slasher. I'd say definitely check it out. Who wants to be part of the school's most popular clique? Nobody, because they're all being offed one by one by a mysterious assailant wielding a knife and a freaking kibosh. Even if you think you figured out what's going on in this movie, I guarantee that they'll throw one final twist at you, and you'd be like, "Oh wow, didn't see that coming." If anybody figured this movie out, they're a genius. Because to be honest, they kind of don't play fair. It's kind of pulls a Friday the 13th, or they don't really play fair as to the identity of the killer. Or do they? Watch it to find out. Alright guys, well, I'm Hellhound, and definitely check out Happy Birthday to Me. I think you'll be pleased. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I think even Wes Craven said this is one of his favorite movies. Don't quote me on that, because I don't know for sure. I feel like I remember reading somewhere that he said something like that. I don't know, something about Wes Craven in this movie. He was like, thought it was one of the better ones, and he recommended it. I don't know, but it's pure slasher fun from beginning to end, and also offers a little bit more than you'd expect from a slasher. Some pretty interesting twists and turns, and some exciting reveals. All right, guys. Well, I think that about covers it, and tune in until next time. Later.